The moment we've all been waiting for. After 2 weeks of intense, extreme, breathtaking talks, they made a deal at the climate change conference in Paris. Diplomats agreed to the deal, which sets a target of limiting global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius compared with pre-industrial levels, while aiming for an even more ambitious goal of 1.5 degrees Celsius. Great job, nicely done. But we have to point out that there are some flaws too. First of all, the agreement doesn't mandate exactly how much each country must reduce its greenhouse gas emissions. Rather, it sets up a bottom-up system in which each country sets its own goal and then must explain how it plans to reach that objective. Those pledges must be increased over time, and starting in 2018, each country will have to submit new plans every 5 years. They are calling this nationally determined contribution, but there is no way to actually punish countries that don't carry out their plans, so we just gotta trust each country to hold up its end of the deal. Plus, many countries actually submitted their own plans, their intended nationally determined contributions before climate change conference. But those plans wouldn't achieve the final agreement of limiting global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius. They would only limit global warming to roughly 2.7 degrees Celsius, leaving a substantial gap. But the participants' hope is that over time, countries will aim for more ambitious goals and ratchet up their commitments. Okay, it's not a perfect thing we've got here, but this is the first step to the right direction. Now the conference is over, it's all up to each countries and each individuals. Individual countries must individually ratify or approve the agreement in their respective countries, and the agreement won't enter into force until 55 countries have ratified it. Those nations must account for 55% of total global greenhouse gas emissions. That means if the world's biggest polluters don't authorize the agreement, enacting it will be challenging. China and the United States respectively account for about 24% and 14% of total greenhouse gas emissions, according to the World Resources Institute. So, everyone, let your leaders know that you guys are paying attention, and if they don't keep their promises, then just force them to carry it out. Just force them. Yeah. We can do it. If we keep working together, I believe we can really save the world. If that's still not enough to pump you up, then just do it for the polar bears. Seriously, who doesn't love polar bears, huh? On December 10th, Canada's new Prime Minister Justin Trudeau welcomed the 163 refugees arriving in the country. The newly elected Liberal government of Canada has pledged to take in 25,000 refugees by the end of February. Immigration Minister John McCallum said all 10 provinces in Canada are in favor of accepting the refugees. And the Toronto Star, the country's largest circulation daily newspaper, ran a cover story on Thursday welcoming the refugees. The Toronto Star also prepared the article called Dear Refugees, 10 Things You Should Know About Canada. It explains 10 major things about Canada, such as Canada's frozen temperatures, Canadians' love for drinking and French fries, their aggressive politeness, and just straight up aggressiveness whenever hockey is involved. The article also says Canadians don't like the fact that Justin Bieber is from Canada.
Did you say Justin Bieber? Yeah. No thanks. Goodbye.
No, but seriously, this shows the world how graceful and humane Canada is, and I would be really proud of my country if I were a citizen of Canada. Fighting broke out in Ukrainian parliament. The prime minister was talking and suddenly this guy walked over to him. He gave him the roses and then grabbed him by the crotch. What the fuck? Come on, man. You don't just give roses and then go straight for the crotch. Slow down your pace. Buy him a dinner or something first. Jeez. And it really went downhill from there.